Thank you very much for getting started with this course. I'm Jerry Banfield. I'm teaching 50 some courses on Udemy, and I'm honored that Ravender invited me to make this course with you. Because I love Bitcoin, I'm really excited about Bitcoin because it's a currency like Wikipedia is an encyclopedia. It's a currency we can all contribute to that is created by users and managed for users. It's not regulated by the government, and that makes a great opportunity for investing and just for money to be something that's more evenly distributed and accessible around the world. That's why I'm excited about Bitcoin, and I express my excitement in it by investing what I have, what I can afford to lose. So not dumping all of my cash today into Bitcoin, but to put a little bit of what I have into Bitcoin because I think there's a lot of potential here. It seems logically and emotionally like there's a lot of potential here. So what I like to do is show data. Ravender asked me to make this video in my style, basically emphasizing what he said and what he wants for the course here. So I think we can do this by looking at bitstamp.net, the charts with the history of Bitcoin price, and looking at what investment opportunity based on the past there is today that could materialize in the future the same way it has already. So if you look, Bitcoin started in a bit of a mysterious founding in 2009. 2 years later, it was worth about $10 a Bitcoin, and it dropped to as little as under $3 a Bitcoin in a few months. And then for most of a year here, it was worth somewhere between $5 and $10 a Bitcoin. Not a lot of excitement, not worth too much, not that great of an investment, you'd think at that point, right? This isn't going to go anywhere, you might think. Look, it's been flat for a year. Well, if you had wanted to invest at the right time, if you'd wanted to make that money, that was the time to get in, because then as the real value of Bitcoin went up, as the infrastructure and all the interest and people were putting their time and effort into it, all of a sudden a lot of people figured out that Bitcoin was really worth more. And that's when all the hype and excitement first began. And then a lot of money got put into it here. And all of a sudden, it's worth almost 20 times what it was by 2013, the middle of 2013, as compared to a few months before, $13, all of a sudden up as much as $180 in April 2013. So that often is when you would hear about it for the first time. And even though I did things online then, I had an online business, I hadn't heard about Bitcoin at all at this point. And then here it returns to being somewhat boring again, flat, a little ups and downs every day, and yet big fluctuations compared to things like the stock market or regular investing opportunities. These are huge fluctuations that you could literally, even just on these little fluctuations, make large percents buying and selling. But to me, the value of Bitcoin is in long-term investing. Looking at it like one of those stocks you wish you to put money into right at the beginning. To me, this is what Bitcoin is. It is one of those things today that you can see the potential for it to be one of those great things you wish you'd put money into in the beginning. Why? There's two clear data points here where this is evident. First, this jump from 10 into the hundreds of dollars. Then the same thing happens again, jump from the hundreds of dollars into the thousands of dollars. And there were people here predicting it'd go to $10,000. The thing is, it happened a bit too soon. The real value of Bitcoin, what it's doing, in my view, is consistently going up a little bit every single day. So all the speculating, and this is where I heard about Bitcoin, by the time the hype was getting significant, and yet a lot of people hadn't heard about it here. Even with all of this hype, though, the great thing is that real value started to get added to Bitcoin even faster right here. Tons of Bitcoin startups adding real value. Tons of people using Bitcoin and trying Bitcoin, adding real value. The earliest adopters, like me, not the very earliest, but in a long view, over a 20, 30, 50, 100-year point of view, the early adopters starting to get involved right here. And then going forward, the price fell a lot. But what you'll notice, it went back up to 400. It's probably around its true value now. That's probably about what a Bitcoin is really worth. However, it's been pretty flat and stable now for months. So what have we noticed about flat and stable? The times it's been flat and stable before, there have been some huge increases as all of a sudden people start getting excited about it. So in other words, you need that flat time. You need the time where it consistently is getting more real value. As more businesses accept Bitcoin, as more people all around the world transact in Bitcoin, as more people trade Bitcoin, as more people invest in Bitcoin, the real value continues to go up. And yet the price is fairly stable. So from my view, this, I don't know when, this looks like the makings of an outstanding investment. Where else, even if it goes to 5 or 6, back to where it's been before, 800, you still could literally double your money today. Not overnight, but with a little long-term investment. So this course has motivated me to start investing what I can with Bitcoin. And by what I can, I mean what I can afford to lose. What I can stomach to completely lose if something goes wrong. If one of the problems I address in one of the coming lectures comes up. So this to me is the opportunity summarized with Bitcoin investing today. If you were to see the next 10 or 20 years of this graph, where do you think it would be? I think there's great potential for all of this right here to look like all of that relative to the future. So thank you for getting started with this course with Ravender and with me. I hope you love it.